did you know that all divorces are not created equal? Here to shed some light on legal issues with military divorces are Jessica Dixon and Wanda Cooper from the Cooper Law Firm. Hey, ladies, how you doing?
Hi. Morning. Very well.
Good. So first of all, tell me, how is a military divorce different than a regular divorce?
Well, there's a lot of unique aspects of military divorces that civilians don't have to deal with, like a GI Bill, SGLI, which is life insurance. Military pension itself has a unique calculation. So there's a lot of benefits that if you don't have an attorney that is knowledgeable about those, you could lose a lot of rights.
Okay. One of the things that I have a question about is relocation and where you're located and how that comes into factor when you're deciding to get a divorce.
Right. Well, it's very case specific. When custody is involved, there is a law that applies. But generally, one thing that everyone should know is that to have a divorce here in Virginia, you do have to reside here for at least 6 months. And that's at least one of the spouses, not necessarily both of them.
Okay.
But again, it's very case specific, and you really want to consult an attorney regarding which state has jurisdiction over divorce and children and things of that nature.
Okay. And Wanda, how do you decide who is paying spousal support?
Spousal support, basically, part of it's based on needs and ability to pay. So it's very fact specific. And so what we do is we have clients come into the office, learn a little bit about each of them, their income, their education, children, etc. From that information, we can kind of give them a rough idea of how we think a court will rule or whether or not they're even entitled to spousal support.
And does it depend on salary? So like if a woman makes more money, sometimes she can then pay spousal support to her husband?
Salary is a factor.
Okay.
Absolutely. Something to take into account, but so are things such as braces for your kids, daycare, etc.
Okay. And how long before you're eligible, I guess, for spousal support?
Actually, there's no waiting period necessarily for spousal support. That's a misconception.
Okay.
If you separated tomorrow and you're in need of support, you can come see us and we could file as early as the next day. There's no waiting period for as long as you have to be married, and no waiting period after the separation for when you can file.
Okay. And there's something called a family care plan. What exactly is that?
Yeah, that's actually specific to military. It's required for all military personnel that are single parents or dual parents that are in the military. And it's basically to help family readiness. It is an outline of the care that you want your dependents to have. But what's important to know is that a family care plan does not trump or circumvent a court order. So you want to make sure that you have an attorney on your side to get a court order regarding the care of your children when you're ready to deploy or you're going to be away for any time period. And also with that, you want to also consider other legal documents like power of attorneys, guardianship, wills. Those are all things that we can do at our firm.
It's a lot of information to process.
Yeah.
Wanda, a lot of people think about California and they think of celebrities and you get half in California. What are the rules and laws here in Virginia?
Well, Virginia is all about equity. So here in Virginia, we look at what is fair. When I say we, legislators and the court.
Who decides what's fair?
And the judge will decide that here in Virginia. So again, it's important that if there's a question about a balance of equities, that you consult legal counsel so we can give you some idea as to at least what factors the court will consider when trying to determine, are you entitled to half? Are you entitled to a third? Are you entitled to anything?
Okay, and real quick, I mean, it gets so emotional when you're going through a divorce. Do you guys serve as counselors as well? I mean, it's a lot of legalese, but I'm sure you have very emotional people come into your office.
Well, I think Jessica and I will both agree that we are attorneys and counselors at law is what the term is. And so much of initially when people come in, it's us just listening, being their ear. And after that, after we've gotten them calm and assured them that we can help them, at that point then it's laying out the law and explaining out all those difficult legal terms to them. Our consultations are free, so people can come into our office, give us an idea of what's going on with them, and we can give them some idea if this is going to be a short process, a long process, difficult, hard, and guide them in the right direction.
Ladies, thank you so much for being on. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good day.